watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming on KPVM.TV and now on all Roku devices. My name is Roy Rosell on this Wednesday, September 25th. A Pahrump man was reported to law enforcement for acting erratic and undressing himself on Highway 160. News 25 reporter Ava Parducci has this story.
On the eve of the Pahrump Fall Festival, a local man was arrested for indecent exposure at the intersection of Highway 160 and Basin Avenue. Richard Thompson, aged 34, was taken into custody by Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies after a report of a man behaving erratically came through. Deputy Nicholas Finlayson responded to the scene just before 8 a.m., where witnesses reported Thompson riding a red bicycle and allegedly shouting explicit language. According to the arrest report, he later undressed and jumped in the median of a busy intersection, drawing attention from passerbys. As the witness called 911, Thompson reportedly dressed himself and returned to his bicycle. When questioned by deputies, he admitted to being nude in public. The reporting party indicated a desire to press charges and provided a written statement. Thompson was charged with violating Nevada revised statute for open and obscene exposure of his genitals in a public place. He was transported to the Nye County Detention Center with bail set at $2,000. The incident was documented with body cam footage from the responding deputy.
Earlier this week, many passwords belonging to Congress staff have been linked to the dark web. News 25 has the details.
A recent report of a massive dark web cyber attack hit the U.S. Capitol. According to the internet security firm Proton, the password of over 1,800 used by staffers in Congress is now available on the dark web. Proton, which is based in Switzerland, worked with the U.S.-based firm Constella Intelligence on the investigation. They estimated that almost 1 in 5 congressional staffers had personal information available on the dark web. Proton said the leaks came from several sources, including social media, dating apps, and adult websites. In one instance, the report found that a single staffer had 31 different passwords exposed online. The full report said that around 3,191 staffers were affected by the leak. According to Proton, these leaks likely occurred because staffers used their official email addresses to sign up for various services, which include high-risk sites such as dating and adult websites, which were later compromised in data breaches.
Well, a recent study highlights concerns about the security of home ownership and renting for Nevadans, revealing how the state ranks in relation to these issues. Here's what News 25 knows so far.
A recent study has placed Nevada as the 9th state facing the most housing issues, with 178 monthly searches per 100,000 residents related to housing concerns. This data highlights the state's challenges in home ownership and rental situations. In contrast, Alabama recorded the lowest number of housing-related searches, with just 95 per 100,000 residents. The study analyzed search volumes for 300 keywords across 8 housing issues to gauge which states are most affected. The findings reveal that home ownership and rental situations often lead to significant challenges for residents. According to the study, the states experiencing the most severe housing issues are actively seeking solutions, indicating a greater vulnerability to environmental or structural factors. South Dakota topped the list with a staggering 330 searches per 100,000 residents, driven primarily by concerns over water damage and mold. Nevada's specific concerns include water damage, which accounted for 88 searches per 100,000 residents, and gas leaks at 31 searches per 100,000. The top 10 states with the highest housing issues are as follows: South Dakota, Colorado, Vermont, Delaware, Rhode Island, Wyoming, South Carolina, North Dakota, Nevada, and Washington. As housing issues continue to affect many residents across the nation, the findings from this study highlight the urgent need for solutions and support in the most impacted states. The trends in search behavior reflect a growing awareness and concern among homeowners and renters alike, underscoring the importance of addressing these challenges to improve living conditions and community well-being.
A multi-vehicle accident occurred earlier today in the Northwest Valley of Las Vegas that sent 5 people to the hospital. News 25 reporter Anthony Roberts has this story.
Just after 6:50 a.m. today, September 25th, a multi-vehicle crash occurred near Cheyenne Avenue and Grand Canyon Road. According to Las Vegas Metro, a dump truck experienced mechanical failure, causing the dump truck to cross over the median and hitting 5 vehicles before flipping onto its side. 5 people were taken to a nearby hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No further information has been released at this time.
Las Vegas Metro is still asking for the public's help in identifying a man involved in a series of residential and business burglaries.
Detectives from the Las Vegas Metro are currently investigating several commercial burglaries targeting restaurants and businesses throughout the Las Vegas Valley. These burglaries have occurred sporadically throughout the week, but usually between the early hours of the morning. In recent surveillance obtained, an unknown race individual wearing a hoodie and large work gloves with a distinct walking gait is seen near a business prior to making a forced entry. The individual is suspected of burglarizing over 20 businesses at this time. If you have any information about these incidents, you are urged to contact the Spring Valley Area Command Patrol Investigation Section by calling 702-828-2639, or to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555.
In a recent update earlier today, they have officially connected the man to 29 burglaries. And News 25 will have more on this after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. For the past 35 years, September commemorates National Recovery Month across the nation. And our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers joins us now to talk about this year's Walk for Recovery held at our nation's capital.
Established in 1989, National Recovery Month is observed every September and celebrates the millions of Americans who found the strength to reclaim their lives, helping to reduce the stigma and shame associated with alcoholism and/or addiction. SAMHSA, the nation's leading governmental organization for substance abuse, hosted this year's Walk for Recovery event in Washington, D.C. as the sober movement gains ground.
If it wasn't for dreaming, I wouldn't be standing here today. See, crack cocaine was something that nobody put the money into. And because I didn't have the opportunity, I had to find within myself a higher power to say, Rhonda, I don't want you to die. I have a purpose for you.
Over 65 million men and women in the U.S. consider themselves in recovery, according to the 2023 National Survey on Drug Use and Health.
My life has become incredible. I get today to work at the agency that helped save my life. I had no idea at the time, but if it weren't for SAMHSA block grant dollars, I wouldn't have had access to treatment, which is what started my journey. If it weren't for the SAMHSA discretionary grant, the Recovery Community Services Program, RCSP, I would not have had access to recovery support services.
SAMHSA hosts a confidential, free, 24/7 nonstop helpline in both English and Spanish at 1-800-662-HELP.
When I think about addiction, I think about enslavement. I really do. I think about bondage. And so for me, Recovery Month is Emancipation Month. It's a month where we celebrate freedom and the possibility of freedom.
The National Helpline provides referrals to local treatment centers, support groups, and community-based organizations.
Last year, we had about less than a third, maybe a quarter of the number of people that we had here today. So just think about each year. If we're able to continue to grow, trusting my higher power and putting others first in my life, it's a good rule for everyone. But for drunks like me, it's divine.
All of us watching, we know that our greatest strengths can grow out of our deepest struggles. The peer movement has not only survived, we have thrived. And 4 decades in, you know we are just getting started.
Say I can flow sober. Spiritual soldiers.
We do recover right here in Sin City. I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
Thank you, Maria. Well, the Nye County School District is asking for members of the community to take part in a survey that could change high school start times for next year. The Nye County School District is encouraging all parents, students, teachers, staff, and community members to participate in a statewide survey regarding high school start times. The Nevada State Board of Education is seeking input on this important issue to address challenges that students in Nevada and Nevada schools are facing. The survey is exploring potential benefits and drawbacks of adjusting school start times for high school students, with the goal of improving attendance, behavior, and academic performance. Nye County School District Superintendent Dr. Joe Gent says, "We strongly believe that the voices of our Nye County community should be heard in this matter. This survey provides a valuable opportunity to share your perspectives with the state as we move into the 2025 legislation session. Whether you live in Pahrump, Tonopah, Armagosa Valley, or any other unique communities, your input is important." This survey is available online at the Nevada Department of Education's website by visiting my.thoughtexchange.com. This survey will be open until October 4th, 2024. News 25 spoke with Tiffany Whitecloud to talk about the Art Walk of Pahrump.
Hello, everybody. This is Tiffany Whitecloud coming to inform you about the next Art Walk of Pahrump. We will have it this Saturday, September 28th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Art Walk will be held at Rubicaba's off of Red Butte by the high school. Look forward to a variety of entertainment from our local artists and a talent show segment. We will have a Lego building competition. There will be 4 rounds total. The winners from the first 3 rounds will battle off on the 4th round. We will also have the chalk art contest will be included, a poetry contest. To sign up for anything, you can go to our website, artwalkofpahrump.com, and we have forms available for you online. Everybody come down and have a good time.
The Pahrump Theater will be having auditions this weekend. So now here's Oliver Jones with the Pahrump Theater Company.
I'm Oliver Jones with Pahrump Theater Company. We're having mass auditions on September 28th from noon to 4 at the Salvation Army. Now, if you're a seasoned actor or you get stage fright ordering coffee, we want you. We're also starting a reality television show based all about Pahrump Theater Company. We're also starting an ensemble. Join our new sketch comedy group called Desert Hats. Oh, watch your head. Las Vegas is about to be booming with the film industry, so we're doing our part with Sin City Clown Cinema. Only 2 more days till Christmas. Coming this February, What is Love 2? An assortment of plays all about love. Hold on to your horses, folks, because we're doing Shakespeare in the Park this March. You could be in the Wild West version of A Midsummer Night's Dream. This audition could be the spark you need for an explosive journey. Light technicians, sound technicians, we need you. Pahrump has been waiting for something like this, so grab your courage, your creativity, and your sense of humor. Audition with us and help build something wonderful. We can't wait to meet you.
And we'll have more news on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
And welcome back to News 25. Valerie Laurie would like to share some information regarding doghouse rescuers of Pahrump and how the community can get involved in assisting a crisis.
Good afternoon. My name is Valerie. I represent Doghouse Rescuers of Pahrump. Today, I'm here to tell you a little bit about our organization, and it's the topic of spaying and neutering. Right now, it's an epidemic nationwide. We have just too many dogs. In the meantime, our small community of Pahrump cannot sustain the level of dogs that are coming in. And in the last year and a half, as we started this, we have created a list of over 300 names of our veterans, our seniors, and our low-income people that any amount of money is too much. They just simply can't afford it. But they love their pets, especially the veterans and the seniors, and they want to do right by their pets. They just simply can't afford it. Some of the corporations here in town may have seen this blue little folder show up. Inside, and this is a proposal that we've put together trying to reach corporate sponsorship. One of the other things, cats. Cats need to be spayed and neutered, especially the level of cats that are outside. We need community sponsorships. Your donations, every penny of them will go to saving these dogs. But our package comes with some other features that perhaps some of our local vets do not include. First of all, your pet will be transported, picked up in the morning, brought back at night. So you know what? You get a spa day for yourself. The package, again, is the procedure. It's the cone, pain meds that are brought home with you for the dog or the cat. A microchip. It also brings the dog up on vaccines. If you haven't received this blue envelope, please reach out to me. Reach out to Doghouse. Personally, I can be reached as Valerie Ann by going on our Facebook group. We have a wonderful website. One of the things we just recently started was adoptions. The goal is to keep our Pahrump animals safe and healthy.
And here's Mikey with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on your Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aces weathered the Seattle Storm last night, 83-76 in the first round of the WNBA playoffs. The Aces move on to the semifinals, which kick off on Sunday in New York against the Liberty. Before moving to Vegas in 2028, the Oakland A's will play their final games at the Coliseum against the Texas Rangers. The A's have previously played in Philadelphia and Kansas City. However, Oakland has been their home for the greatest era in the franchise's more than 123-year history. The Las Vegas Raiders welcome the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. And Vegas Golden Knights have their second preseason game of the season against the LA Kings this evening. Pahrump Valley Trojan girls soccer varsity is at Slam Academy this evening. The JV match is in progress. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside in Laughlin, Nevada, it looks like there's a little bit of wind, and there is going to be a little bit of wind here in town too, but it's all sunny skies. Kaylee will have your weather report coming up after the break.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bendler in the News 25 Weather Studios with some regional weather to start off with. Right off the bat, weather twins again, 90 degrees Fernley Fallon. Seeing Carson City at 87, Tonopah 83, Goldfield 84, Beatty at 95, Amargosa 101, Las Vegas 98, and Death Valley at 111. But in the paradise of Pahrump, we're currently at 97 degrees and sunny. We saw a high of 98. Wind south-southwest, 12 miles per hour, humidity at 9%. Sun rose this morning at 6:35, and get this, it will set at 6:35 p.m. as well. Expect humidity at 17%, winds in the east 6 miles per hour, with a low of 67 and clear skies. As for the rest of the week, we're seeing sun shining the whole time all this week. getting up to 102 and 103 Friday and Saturday respectively. And then towards Wednesday, we're slowly getting down to 98 degrees on Wednesday. And that's your look at the weather. Back to the desk, here's Rory.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. It looks like it is still going to be hot out there, even though it's fall. But that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. My name is Rory Rosell. Have an amazing evening, and we'll see you on the next newscast. Bye.